Nope.
Chapter 2.
Down!
That's pretty good.
Yes,
Wow.
okay. Hi, everyone.
Hi there, guys.
I sound shocked every time. I'm always like, hi, everyone.
We're starting. All of a sudden, we gotta
Yeah.
lock in.
I know. Hey.
Welcome to the
What
Smut
if I
Couch,
all of a sudden
guys.
started talking different? What if I was like,
What do you want to do? Southern accent?
hey.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, guy. What if we just talked like
Welcome.
this?
Welcome to the Smut
What
Couch.
if I wasn't screaming the whole time and I just talked like this?
No, don't do that.
Why do you have your
Yeah.
hand to your
I need
ear
you-
when you do it, though?
What'd you say? What?
Why do you have your hand to your ear? when you do that?
You know why? It's because I'm doing the it's because I'm doing the
I'm
Radio
mysterious.
Rebel.
Oh.
People who are chronically online will know what I'm talking about.
I thought you were doing the cute girl thing.
Well, it's
That's the trope.
it's
for
the
it.
it's
Oh.
the Debbie Ryan.
Mm-hmm. That, yeah.
Mm.
And
Y'all
speaking
know.
of tropes,
I was gonna say that. Speaking of tropes,
Yeah, you beat me to it then.
You
But
say
welcome,
Alexandros.
everyone, to this episode of the Smut Couch, where there was no homework for this week, guys. You did not have to do any readings. You just had to come
Nope.
ready to listen and
We
chat.
didn't do anything that got deleted the day of.
Amazing.
Woo!
Look at us go.
Yeah, so this week we're talking about tropes.
And our favorite tropes and least favorite tropes. And,
And just
tropes
tropes
that
all
just
around.
exist. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All of the above.
Yes. Before we get started, once again, thank you everybody
I guess.
for tuning in and sharing and giggling and slaying.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the activity that we've been getting right now.
Mhm.
We love reading your comments, your messages.
Yes.
They literally lift our
Also,
days so
I love it when you
much.
guys send us like memes. It makes
Yeah.
me feel special.
It also
I'm like,
helps us to work
"Aw."
on trying to find them or make them.
Yeah, y'all,
Y'all are
that's
funny.
hard.
We're
Meme
so
making
tired.
is hard.
Well, I'm not good at it.
Yeah, you are.
I mean, we kind of struggle with that one that popped off a little bit.
No,
That's
it's okay.
about
We'll
it.
get there. You're good at it. Don't sell yourself so
I'm
short.
trying.
Why am I hyping you up
Ow.
on International Women's Day?
Oh,
Take a second.
That
take
is
a
when we're
second to-
filming this, yeah.
Yeah.
International Women's Day, guys. Thank you, women, for being women.
Thank
yeah,
you, women.
have one day. Enjoy it.
I can't believe that wasn't Alexandros.
No, I think we should have a National Equality Day and just make it every day.
You know what?
What's
Today I had work today, and our dear friend Cabo said,
Mhm.
"How soon into the episode do you think Alexandros is going to say something about a National Man's Day?"
I would literally never say that. That's actually kind
No.
of hurtful that he would say that.
I'm sorry, that's Cabo's fault, not me. But I know that you would say it jokingly, and so does he. We all know
Mhm.
that.
But I'd never say it into a microphone.
Okay, into a microphone.
Never into a microphone.
I'm just kidding. He believes in equality.
I do. I'm a really great person.
Don't worry.
I'm 6'1", by the way. Anyways, so welcome to this episode.
What? I'm 6'1", by the way.
We're going to be talking about tropes in romance books. All
Well,
of the
yes.
above, you know. We all know how much we love our one bed moments, our enemies to lovers, as our beautiful love logo says, not our lover. I was reading the word lover.
Yeah.
So,
I did.
welcome. As we go along, feel free to agree, disagree.
Yeah,
Tell
let us
how
know your
wrong
thoughts.
we are, how right we are.
Before we get into it, actually, I want to address a comment that was very interesting. Did you see this comment that we got on TikTok?
Mm.
Someone asked me genuinely, like she wasn't trying to be shady at all. She was like, "Why do you guys want to know what the tropes are before, like for the books before you go into it?" She's like, "Isn't that basically just spoiling?" And I was like, "I get what you're saying. However,
That's like the same thing as like knowing the genre of the book, though.
that's
I
kind of what I think too. And it's so that you know you're gonna like what you read.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we're reading romance here,
Like, we know what's going to happen. Like,
right? It's not like
what do you
we're-
mean the enemies become lovers, even though that's exactly why I bought this book?
No, exactly. Like I feel like because it's like most of the stuff that we read is like romance. Like we're there for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, we're waiting for like we know what's gonna pan out. The gag is just the fun along the way.
We all know what we came here for.
Well,
right?
yes.
So, with that in mind, shall we hop right into it?
Sure.
Okay. I got
he
a
made
nice
a
little
list.
list here
Mhm.
of everything. I hope you guys enjoy it. Feel free to tell me if I missed any.
Mhm.
All right. First up, a classic, Friends to Lovers.
Okay, work.
How do you feel about that?
I like
Any
a friends
thoughts?
to lovers.
I'm okay.
Friends
with
to Lovers. Yeah, because it's like, was it Damaris? One of our friends recently said that the older they get, the more into friends to lovers they get as opposed to enemies to lovers, which I thought was interesting. I'm like, is that just like a frontal lobe situation forming? Is that the
As
need
we
for
become more mature, we don't want to just
the need
kiss
for
our bullies.
toxicity
Yeah.
leaves up the brain?
I've gotten more toxic as I've aged.
Can confirm.
I'm worried.
Mhm.
Is that what it's gonna be for me?
Yeah. But, Friends to Lovers, I live. I'm trying to think of an example. Oh, Love in Other Words. Is that what it's
Hmm.
called? By Christina Lauren. That was a
Couldn't
Friends
tell
to
you.
Lovers, and that was really good.
All I've got is Harry and Ginny from Harry Potter. That's all I can think of. That's friends to lovers.
Don't you think that that's best friend's brother?
Oh my gosh, that would be best friend. Not best
Mhm.
friend's brother, but like
Wait,
best friend's
brother's
sister.
best friend. Oh,
Best friend's
best
sister.
friend. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I can't.
Brothers, sisters,
Sister,
siblings,
but not in a scary way.
something. Not in a Game of
Wait.
Thrones way.
I couldn't figure out how to say that, but you guys know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna be
Brother's best friend. Brother's best friend. To Jenny.
Oh, for Ginny, yeah. No, she's living her best brother's best friend life.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, I live because it's
Pretty
like cute and like vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You
There's
know?
always like that moment of like there's I think a subtrope of this is first love type of thing
Mhm.
where like when you're growing up, so it can be like a summer I turned pretty.
I love the
which
summer
we'll
I
be
Turned Pretty.
bringing up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
Good. This is just a solid one throughout for me. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, all right.
Makes
They
you,
can be
like-
buddies, and then maybe they'll kiss a
Makes
little
you like giggle and kick your feet, but like in like a way.
I think friends to lovers works best in combination with, and that's the thing we can talk about a lot, is that a lot of these tropes have to work together for them to really be
Yeah.
chef kiss moments. So like anything with friends to lovers and like fake dating
Yeah.
would definitely be a
Yeah.
good plus.
I agree.
Yeah. Hmm.
I like it. Do you have any
Interesting.
thoughts?
That's
Other
about it.
thoughts?
It's a pretty solid one throughout. It's not, honestly, it's not really my favorite just because I
It's
like
not getting spicy.
it's not, I need the stakes
I mean,
to be
it
a little
can.
bit higher than just like, oh yeah, we were friends, then we started dating. Because that's just kind of like how life goes, I guess.
There's no whimsy. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's too close to
Yeah. It's
reality.
like, I've dated friends. So
Right.
like, if I can do it, I don't want it.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I get you.
Mhm.
Yeah, it gives more like innocent, soft aw vibes.
Just be like, oh, and they were really good friends. And then they kissed and
Yeah.
the usual type of stuff.
Yeah.
But that leads to the deep contrast.
Deep contrast from the deep south.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm going
Where'd
to
that
talk
come
differently
from?
now. Yeah, instead of going, oh my God, hey guys, welcome. I'm going to
Yeah.
go, well, everybody, welcome. We're going to
Wait, no, you did that last time, and I
did I do that
not
last
like
time?
it. Yeah,
I'll
you're like
talk British
Hermione
then.
or whatever.
We'll go full British accent then.
Oh.
In it.
No,
gonna
too
lose
much
all-
of our
We're going to
Yeah.
lose all of our UK.
too much of our audience
I'm
is in
so
the UK
sorry.
for us to do that.
I'm so sorry.
Illy,
Maddie
also, I'm
apologizes.
going to see you guys soon. I'm going to be in the UK in a few months.
Ooh.
6 months.
All right.
Sorry.
The direct opposite of friends to lovers, enemies to lovers.
This is a fan favorite.
Ooh.
Is this your favorite trope?
It
Or what
definitely
else?
is one of them. It's
Mhm.
up there. It's top 3. Maybe beaten out by lovers to enemies, like we were saying
Oh, yeah.
in an earlier
that's so
episode
wacko
of
you.
just I like when people hate each other.
It's good
For
that
those
I've
of you
hated
who have
this
read
whole
Cruel
time.
Prince, that's an enemies to lovers trope in it. But there's only one point where like I realize that there's hatreds because like Carden and Jude are just kind of like Carden's just kind of bullying her like in a schoolyard way.
Yeah.
And I'm not really living for it. I'm just kind of like, he's just kind of like a bit of a dick.
I read
it's
those
not.
books, but I kind of didn't retain any of it.
Yeah, so he's like kind of like
As
shoving her
always.
around and like just insulting her. I'm like,
Isn't there something with like a lake?
yeah, he pushes her into a lake,
Yeah,
I think,
I
and
remember
like
that.
she almost gets eaten by something in there.
I
I don't know. I'm digressing a little bit, but the point is that like it's not really that interesting to me. And I'm like, oh, Carden's just, I'm not really into him until like she finds like a note that he's written.
Right. Oh,
That's
yeah,
just
yeah.
her name over and over again and
Oh, I
like
remember
hate scrawled
that.
letters, but how much he just despises her. Like he's ripping the paper with this quill. And I'm like, okay, that might be a little bit hot. Hold on a second. I didn't realize it ran that deep
Like now that I look at it from
to
this
him.
perspective.
Yeah, hold on. I thought you just didn't like her, but now that I know you loathe her and are disgusted by her, that's kind of hot. I don't hear me out.
That's hilarious.
Maybe you guys should hang out a little bit more.
Mm.
Bullying, boo.
Why do you think
Trying
that
to
is?
murder. Ooh.
Why do you think that is? Can you unravel that for me right now, please?
Um,
For me and the internet.
I think I should have a therapist to really break that down, honestly. But I don't know. I think being mean versus hating.
I
Very
mean,
different
and I
things.
only say that not because of you, but just because it's such a big thing
Mhm.
for everybody. And I wonder why.
Like schoolyard bullying, ick.
Ick.
Wanting to like stab, murder, and rip apart because you can't stand looking at them, hot.
That was bonkers.
That was a bit of a roller coaster right there.
Yeah,
But that's what my
yeah,
mind
yeah.
regularly does.
Oh,
I
okay.
can vividly remember reading this and going,
Oh, yeah,
oh,
baby.
he ripped the page because he hated writing her name that much? Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah, maybe it's because, like, the line, like, between hate and love is
Yeah. I
it's
do
a
like that about
fine line.
emotions. 'Cause why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
They also, if
And
you
it's just
hate
like
your significant other, don't do that. Find
Oh,
therapeutic help.
well,
So-
yes. The hate to love is
Mhm.
okay. The love to hate.
Which gets us to
Well-
the next one. Lovers to enemies, I guess.
I mean, I get
Hop right into it.
true. Go ahead.
I love it.
Okay, why?
There's just
Because
something-
isn't that ending bad?
Yeah, the ending can be bad, but like that just opens up the door for so much more angst and more hatred. You know, even if they become lovers again, like you still had that moment, which I never want them to do. I don't like enemies to lovers to enemies. I mean, wait,
Lovers to enemies to lovers.
yes, that one.
Isn't that how most movies are, though?
Oh, well,
When they
because
start in love, they end in love.
there's always a third act breakup.
That's not the same though. That's
But-
just like a brief little betrayal.
So wait,
I
are you telling me like you don't want a happy ending when you read some of these?
don't need a happy ending all the
Why
time.
not? What's
I
the
don't need
point?
an
I mean, not.
HEA.
I mean, not. I don't need an HEA.
I don't.
But not like I don't know when it comes to like reading this kind of stuff. Like, because I'm big into lit fic. I'm a big literary fiction girly, and so like with that kind of stuff, like I don't mind like a not happy ending. But like with stuff like this, like I'm not here for the intellectual stimulation. Period. So
You got there, all right. Big words. We're getting
Well,
there.
it's because I've thought about something. No, never
The
mind.
conversation from last episode.
Well,
Get
yes.
intellectually stimulated.
Yes. But I just like, what's the point if it's not like ending in the?
If
You
it's
know what
not
I mean?
happily ever after. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Remember, you liked Manacled, and that doesn't really have a
ended
happily.
Oh, I don't want
After.
to spoil it.
It ends kind of like bittersweet. I'm okay with bittersweet
Yeah.
endings, but I'm also okay with just tragic and they all died endings, and everything worked out horribly.
Okay,
But as long as it was written well beforehand.
but that pertains to lovers to enemies.
Yeah, because like think about anything with Akatar. Like we
Yeah.
love spoilers for Akatar. Hating on Tamlin now.
Yeah,
Like
I guess.
I like how they're so happy-go-lucky and everything, and then all of a sudden it's like
Never
this guy
mind.
sucks.
Okay, but
Give me
then
Shadow
is it
Daddy.
because then you're excited for the door to be open for someone else?
Yeah, I think
is
so.
that part of
I
it?
think so. I'm always excited for what's new.
Okay, I'll
What's
give
hot
you
and
that
fresh on the
because
menu
then
today.
it's like deeper with the next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah, you gotta be pulled out from the very bottom, so the high is even better.
okay, I
I need to
understand
feel
now.
betrayed while
Because
reading
I
something.
just didn't. I had trouble wrapping my head around. Well, why would you not want it to end with them?
I think I never like literary characters to be happy.
That's
Like
true.
whenever I'm reading or watching it,
They have to be
consuming any
entertained.
form of media, if they are smiling for too long, I'm like, boo, kill someone they love right now. I don't-
That's bonkers.
I don't want them
But
to
I
be too
get
happy.
it.
They can be somewhat happy, but all of a sudden, like if
Right.
they're like, wow, you're great. I can't wait to spend our lives together in the future. I'm like, kill one of them
Yeah.
right now. Have one of them get hit by a bus out of nowhere. Just really
you just
ruined
like
one of their
can't
days.
watch like The Parent Trap.
I saw you just awoke like a weird memory about the Parent Trap, about just how weird it was to just have them like the judge was just like, oh yeah, sure, you can just each take a 20.
Yeah, it makes no sense. That is kind of heartbreaking. Actually, they probably have a lot of trauma.
I like to think that there should be a realistic version of the Parent Trap where they just tell the truth to their parents. Like, hey, I met my twin sister. What the fuck's up
That
with
was
that?
really screwed up of you, Mom. Natasha Richardson.
Is that who it is?
Our
I only know
icon.
Lindsay Lohan and Lindsay Lohan.
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 Okay, work.
Lohan. I don't.
Slay. Well,
Both of
anyways,
them.
I love that for you. Enemies to lovers.
Yeah,
I mean, lovers to enemies.
Both. Give me both
Okay.
in the same book.
Work. What's
maybe
your
I'd-
favorite example of that?
The most recent one I have is what's it called? The with rain in it.
Serpent and the Wings.
Serpent and the Wings of Night. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
Ashes and the Starborn King. Something. That's the sequel.
For enemies to lovers or lovers to enemies? Both of them? Well, I guess both of them kind of.
Perfect
Yeah.
through thread of that.
Okay,
I like
work.
betrayal. I like
I'm trying to think of my favorite
Go-
enemies to lovers, and I don't think I can think of one.
manacled.
I mean, yeah,
manacled
manacled.
through and through.
Manacled. I think just all Dramione.
All Dramione is always great. with any form
Yeah.
of enemies to lovers.
That's true. Breath and some battle scars. Ooh.
We're not even going to mention real books anymore. We're just going to talk through Dramione
Sorry.
references.
Yeah. No, I mentioned one real book, so point for me.
Way to go.
Okay.
Proud of you.
Shall we move on?
We shall. This one is a very common one in the world. It's kind of slightly different, but a billionaire, a royal, or a crime lord, like as
like Rich.
the big one, some version of Rich.
I haven't really read any of these.
Neither have I, but it like falls into that 50 Shades of Grey category.
Oh, I have
of
read
stuff.
that.
Yeah, like, you know.
I have read that. My Twilight fan fiction.
So he would be like the billionaire category for
Okay.
it. I think Red, White, and Royal Blue, which I have not yet read, because he's technically a prince, right?
Well, yeah, he's a prince, but but Alex is. I just rewatched this movie like 2 nights ago.
He's the first son.
So I feel like they're almost. Yeah, he is. So I feel like they're almost kind of on like even playing field. So I don't feel like that really. Is
That doesn't really click too well for it. There's a lot out there.
But I know those like mafia romances are huge right now. There's
Did
that
you ever
like
see the movie 365?
No, but I know about that one scene
I don't know which one scene you're talking about, but
where
Go ahead.
the full frontal nudity.
oh, there's a lot of nudity in that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had to
I
watch the
actually
movie
about
with
that
my
one.
mom years ago. Yeah, she had it on, and I didn't know what this movie was, and I was like, I'm leaving.
oh,
And
now
I
I'm
and
here.
I left a little bit into it. I was like,
That's hilarious.
no, thank you, mother. That's okay.
That's so funny.
Appreciate the thought, though.
I know another like the Fine Print. That's a big one. But yeah, I haven't read any of those.
Yeah, I don't really
Except
read
for
too many of
50 Shades
the,
of Grey.
the mafia ones, honestly, just because
I'm a
I
little
feel-
scared.
I kind of like just if you added a fantasy aspect to it, I think I'd be more all over it. But I think Bride kind of falls into this category as well, of him kind of being like the opposite, the crime lord of the werewolves instead. Which is like, you haven't started it yet, obviously, but it's vampires and werewolves, so like they're two opposing factions, so it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet-esque type of thing.
Slay.
But
It's kind of giving one from I wonder if like one from My Enemy by Olivia Blake is kind of I don't know, I have nothing to reference like to
we can't. Wow, we're really underprepared for like talking about actual sources. for
we're
these
just
things.
fan fiction girly.
We're going off vibes, guys.
Yeah.
We did not cite our sources very well at all.
Well, our sources are just our brain because it's just what we know. So we can't
and everything
be wrong.
blends together after a while.
Yeah. I just haven't read a lot of mafia and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Me neither. The only thing I can vividly remember from 365 is that he doesn't kill kids, which is like cool, I guess, but you're still doing a lot of bad things, man. Hold on a second. That doesn't make you a good person. So I guess we should pivot to just 50 Shades of Grey then, of like, you know, that billionaire aesthetic of, oh yeah, and I'm noticing you.
Oh, is that the gag?
That's the gag usually. Yeah.
Okay, see, I don't
my
know.
bad. Sorry.
I had no idea. Oh, okay,
But
so
that,
it's like the
he's rich, powerful, influential.
with
and
on this like little mousy girl who
It's
just
like-
has a job at a bookstore and like has now been discovered.
You
and
notice me? Yeah, it's a very your
funny.
name coded type of
I
thing.
see. Now I
Yes.
understand.
No,
Okay.
sorry, I didn't convey that.
No,
very
well, it's my fault. I just got a blind spot in all this
Mhm.
work.
And I think that might be another reason why I don't really like this trope too much, is because I don't like the rich.
Valid.
But I'm just jealous. That's why. I just
Yeah.
want to be rich.
Yeah, valid. I get
Give us money, people watching this, please.
it.
That's okay. Don't do it. Just like and comment and say
Period.
hi.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go on to the next because
Moving
I'm
on.
unfamiliar with it.
Yes. Mentioned this a little bit earlier. Forced proximity.
I love forced proximity.
I love forced proximity so much.
Mhm.
Oh my god, and we have to be near each other. Oh my, we're stuck in this room or
I
an
love
elevator
it.
right now. I guess we gotta sit and chat, and then I'll find out something I didn't know about you.
I
Ooh,
love it.
interesting.
I love it.
Mhm.
I like it. For me, it just goes to like. I mean, like only one bed is kind of forced proximity.
Mhm.
I can't.
That's a bit of a different dynamic
You
though,
think?
and I'll break that apart a little bit when we get
so
to
much
it.
more knowledgeable in this kind of stuff than I am.
I just love mansplaining so much.
And on International Women's Day.
Absolutely, we got to keep a little bit of the universe balanced today. You know, just a little bit. If I don't do it,
Ew.
someone worse will. Okay.
Okay.
At least
That's
I'm talking
what
about books.
crazy people say.
I don't do it because I want to. I do it because I have to.
Oh, so I was just called an idiot.
I don't have no what?
wait.
Wait. I'll call you an idiot tomorrow, not today.
Valid.
Yeah, so this also falls with kind of hand in hand with any house guest tropes. Do you know what house guest is really?
I do know what having a house guest is.
Okay. Well, like, do you know like how that trope?
No.
It would be once again manacled, or the auction falls into it, where like they're kind of stuck in the house.
Oh.
Mist and Fury, where she has to go to Rhysand's place.
Okay.
I might be wrong about it being called house guest, but that's what I've always referred to it as.
Hey, I don't know.
So it's just that kind of goes into the forced proximity.
Oh,
If you're stuck in this person's
So you
usually
have to get
mansion.
to know.
Honestly,
Okay.
Akatar falls into it too, where he takes
Beauty
her
and the
to the
Beast?
mansion. You didn't.
Well,
So
Akatar.
Akatar.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay.
And it's always nice where it's like, ugh, now I had to sit and eat dinner with him. Oh my gosh, the food
Mhm.
tasted amazing. Of course it does. Ugh,
Ugh, of course he looks like
he's
that.
hot.
Yes.
He eats shirtless.
And then you're in just the beautiful, I can imagine you're in the most beautiful place you've ever been. And so then of course, your mind's like, oh, la, 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 you know?
But other levels of forced proximity are we're working on a project together now.
That's like what I just read. I just
Mm-hmm.
read Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. And that was, Alexandros just educated me that is forced proximity because they had to work together on a wedding.
Yes.
And it was so sweet. And I love that kind of stuff where like she needs help lifting something up, or she like something, and I don't know.
She's something.
Oh, Miss Girl like smashed her foot and needed help.
And so he carried her?
Yep.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's good.
It was really
That's
good.
a good one.
But that also was a second chance one.
Oh, yeah.
So
Which
that
we'll get
was-
into second chance
were
in just a quick
layers.
second
Yeah.
here. But yeah,
I'm gonna open up my Goodreads. Talk for a minute.
any chance of forced proximity, I'm all for.
Yeah.
Just of them having to be stuck together, even though they don't want to be. Reluctantly, we have to work together. We're stuck in this elevator and we just got to sit and chat. Ugh, it's the worst. But
I
let's
live.
move on down to second chance, which is our
Move
next
on
one on
down.
the list here.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm
chance.
pretty much a one chance person in life, usually, like when it comes to relationships, at least.
Well, yeah.
Just like, I mean, there's like a line, and if it's crossed, then it's like, well, that's it.
Yeah.
So
No, but I mean, in this kind of stuff, you a little bit suspend the disbelief, you know?
with enough years passing, like it does in this book that you just read, what's it called again?
Forget Me Not. Forget Me Not. Yeah.
Forget Me Not by Julie Soto.
Yes.
Okay.
It was yeah, they were together like 3 years prior. And her whole thing was that they tried to date, but she was like against dating. She's like, because you know,
Well,
like,
that's
that
not
kind of thing.
really second chance. I think that's just right person, wrong time.
No, I don't know. Maybe.
I can. Well, also, I don't know the dynamic of how far their relationship
Yeah, you haven't read
got
the book,
before. I haven't read the
sir.
book. My
They were
bad.
together for like a year, but she was like,
And she wasn't willing to date.
no, it's because the trauma. So she had to overcome her trauma.
Oh, then if there's trauma involved, I
Yeah.
would say that's right person, wrong time.
Yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
work.
But which I guess could still fall under second chance. then,
Yeah,
I
because
guess.
then yeah, wait, in second chance, is it that they just fall into a relationship, or is it they actually are
With
actively
second
like,
chance,
we're trying again?
I feel like they can fall into it again, but
Okay.
then obviously they have to commit to like be in a relationship.
Well, yeah.
But it's always the falling out part that makes me wonder if do they deserve a second chance? And I get in like fiction where I was like, oh yeah, sure, give them a second chance, whatever.
Right.
But I think I just don't. I
don't
just
like it
do not
because-
relate to it at all. 'Cause I'm
understand.
very much a.
But
well,
also
you know, we're done.
sometimes like things don't end that badly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I can see like second chance, I feel like really shines when it's like they were in high school when they were together and
Mm.
someone went off to college or someone had to move away and it was never like
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
I
And
guess I didn't think about it like that.
you went to the drama immediately.
Yeah, I went to. He was cheating on her. She.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be that
She
way.
banged his brother or something. Oh.
Yeah. No, I
Just-
don't think it has to be like that. I think it can just be, oh, like, was it talking at night?
It is nighttime and we're talking right now.
Well, yes. Where it's just like it just couldn't happen at the time.
Too many things were going wrong.
Yeah, too many things were going wrong and then they try again later. You know, when they're adults, like when they're grown and they're
Fascinating.
yeah. I can kind of vibe with
I
that.
can take that one, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But I understand because it's like, what's the point if this really
Like,
didn't work
just
the
remember
first
it
time?
ended for a reason before. And that's
Yeah.
like I also think I have a lot of friends that like get back with their exes a lot.
Well,
and you're just
yeah,
like,
that's
hey, I mean, do what you want to do, but I've told you-
Serendipity. Serendipity. Yes. I just watched that movie for the first time. That's a good one.
I thought you were just saying the word serendipity.
No, he flashed it.
I saw it flashed up on our screen. We got a screen right above you guys.
Wait, Solomon, do you have thoughts on serendipity? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it qualifies for what you're saying. I mean,
Yeah.
they basically met together. They had the opportunity to sort of do whatever, and then
But isn't that they only meet each other once?
yeah, well, they're together for a little bit of time. They have one good night or whatever, and
Yeah.
then she has to
One
leave.
good night's all you need.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I loved serendipity.
Mhm.
That's a good example.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's one.
Mm-hmm.
And then that means we can move on. We got a good example in.
Hey,
Um,
I'm gonna look at my book.
There's two ways to look at this next one. We have either the best friend's sibling, usually best friend's brother, or brother's best friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually good because usually these are girls that are going around like, oh my god, look at this boy. Ooh.
Yeah, the older boy.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about? You ever had a crush on your friend's brother or something like that?
No, I didn't. I don't feel like I grew up with anybody with brothers.
Do you have a brother? You have a sister,
No,
right?
I have two sisters.
Mm.
I don't feel like I don't know. I was never around brothers.
You got a sister with a guy best friend that you're really into? Oh.
No.
You ever grown up like, wow, he's cute?
No.
I'm an only child, so I can't.
You
do anything.
are?
Yeah, I'm an only child.
I didn't know that about you. That
know that
makes
about
so
me?
much sense.
I knew you were gonna fucking say that. I knew you were gonna say
I
that.
had no idea. Wow.
I reek only child.
You do. You do. I just never want to assume.
Perfect. What did you think I had?
I don't know.
Brother
I
or
just think
sister?
I don't know if I'm the only one, but I think it's kind of shocking when people don't have siblings. I don't know why.
Well, my parents got divorced, so that's why.
Well, so did mine, but later.
Oh,
Yeah.
they stopped at one.
Well, well, I
That's how
don't
bad
know
it
if
was
we
going
needed
for
any
them,
more
yeah.
of you around. That would have
That's
been
exactly what we needed.
No, that would have been
At least
detrimental.
3 more.
Goodness.
Oh
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, but no, I can't even think of like, I can think of like one where I was like, oh, he's like kind of cute, but not in a way where I was like,
Mhm.
because I mean, I feel like it's so coming of age movie,
Yeah, that really is
Like,
one.
what's an example of like one of those?
Oh, that's just the summer I turned pretty. Honestly, It's actually both.
I mean, that's like a circle, that one.
Rachel was telling me
Mhm.
that this kind of falls into both the categories because I haven't read The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I have.
But I watched the first season.
I just read all of them.
And I wasn't allowed to watch the second season until she said I could.
Valid.
So I'm still waiting to watch that, and I'm super invested.
Mhm.
But because technically it is her best friend's brother in Jeremiah or Conrad,
They're both, they're both brothers. And
it's
they're
also
both-
her brother's best friends because
Oh,
Jeremiah
yeah.
and Conrad are her brother's best friend too.
Yes,
So it's just an endless loop
it is.
of this
I
trope.
love The Summer I Turned Pretty. Any Summer I Turned Pretty girlies out there? Because I stand.
This is going to be controversial, and I know technically we're not supposed to talk about specific couples yet, but I don't like Conrad that much.
No!
At least in season 1, I wasn't really vibing with him. I was like, well, Jeremiah is clearly the
Ew,
choice.
I'm so anti-Jeremiah.
Jeremiah hadn't done anything in season 1 to give me the ick yet, which
He
I guess
gave
he
me
might
the
do
ick
in
from
season
this-
2 or
I
a
only
different book.
I read the whole thing.
But
Uh.
girls be like, oh, Conrad, he's so deep and mysterious. He's just day drinking. He's just day drinking. Is he dark and mysterious, or is he the same age as you and drinking?
That's crazy.
I could not vibe with this guy just being like,
No, I love him.
I'm drunk.
He's tortured.
9 a.m, bro.
He's tortured. He's going through it.
He's going through it, I know, but that's why I was just like, all right, you figure your own stuff out, man.
I'm so anti-Jeremiah because Jeremiah was just being all sorts. He was like, he says shitty things about Belly.
I
And
didn't know that.
yeah, Conrad never really does. Conrad kind of keeps that ish to himself. Did you watch the second season?
I haven't seen the second season yet. That's why I was like, I don't know if Jeremiah's done anything icky yet.
Jeremiah's icky, icky, icky. And I read all the books, which this could be controversial, but I think that the show's better.
Well, it's got a lot more Taylor Swift in it, so obviously, yeah.
Well, yeah, and One Direction.
They just kind of cram every song they can into that show.
And I do
Like
eat
every
it up
5
every
seconds,
single
there's
time.
a different pops trendy song.
And I live.
Yeah.
I'm
Cotton
here for it.
candy.
It is, and I love it. The second season, I rewatch it all the time.
You're possessed by it.
Yes, Team Conrad all the way. Sorry, but if you're Team Jeremiah,
As a guy who's Team Jeremiah.
flop.
But that's all right. I'm not caught up yet. We've talked about a lot of The Summer I Turned Pretty, a lot more than I thought we would. So
I love it.
Sorry
I'm
for
really
that
passionate
tangent,
about it.
guys.
I'm not sorry.
It's pretty good. Next up, we have Another hard hitter. Soulmates.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Anything, think mates
Okay.
or something like that. Anything that's like they were destined to be together
Okay.
and like it was predetermined by fate,
I kind of
destiny,
live for
all
that
of the
shit,
but
to
the
be
prophecy
honest.
says that their love will break the
Word.
spell or anything like
I kind of
that.
live for stuff like that.
I like
I
it too.
love the drama, you know?
They're trying to fight the
And like no matter what, you can't help it.
they're like, I don't want some piece of paper to say that I have to be with you. I
Oh,
do love you.
yes. No, I love. What did I just read that was like that? I don't know.
Crescent City 3.
In what way? Oh,
Bryce and
because
Hunter mates,
Bryce.
yeah.
But he was kind
He
of
was
made,
made
for her.
yeah.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Sorry.
Whoops.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh well.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. I love when it's like written in the stars or whatever.
Yeah, Written in the Stars is
Mhm.
always
Yeah.
a bop.
I'll flash one on the screen for you.
Okay, do it.
Oh, what do we got?
What do we got?
Da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, interesting to
I'm
bring up
unfamiliar.
Hancock. It's the Will Smith movie with Charlize Theron,
Oh.
where he's a superhero
Oh.
and but he's like a drunk superhero.
And they're both superheroes, but if they get together, the
They
world
lose their
explodes or
powers.
something. But they were sort of meant for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've never seen this. That's interesting.
It's an okay movie. It's an okay one. It's an interesting
Definitely.
one.
It
But
is.
the superhero thing is kind of overdone these days for the most part.
Well,
But anyway.
it's cool because what if a superhero was a drunken, irresponsible person and
Isn't that just-
and didn't care about taking care of people?
That's
Isn't that
me
just The
as a
Boys?
superhero. Yeah, The Boys does it like to the extreme, but this one was
Mhm.
just kind of like silly camp drunk superhero.
I see.
one.
Okay. Work.
Anyway, Soulmates. Love it.
Soulmates. Yeah, I
Amazing.
love a soulmate. I love a mated situation.
Mm-hmm.
I love that kind of
Destiny.
stuff. Yeah.
Meant to be together.
Mhm.
Always good. Because I think that's what we also want in life. We want somebody
Yeah.
who's meant to be. That's why we always look at like,
Should we tell people about my thing?
we should absolutely tell
you
people.
guys. Okay,
Your
speaking of soulmates, are you
Whoa.
guys ready for this? Buckle up. Everyone's been telling me that I should say this on the pod. You guys are gonna think I'm so crazy. Woo! It's not. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. So I had an Etsy psychic draw my soulmate. Okay, but it was like funny and it was like $10. So I did it for the
Did it for the
bit.
bit, yeah.
Yeah, I did it for the
this
bit.
podcast for the bit.
Exactly. Just for the giggles and for the good time. Me and my other friend did it. And it's now a bit where every day on my close friend story, I post the picture of this man.
It's
And
great sketch.
right?
Mhm.
And don't worry, you guys. I like reverse Google searched it to make sure it was like not just some random art that's on the internet. No, couldn't find it anywhere. Should I pull it up? Should I show you guys? If you guys
You
know
wanna
this
show it?
guy,
If you know him,
let me know.
let us know immediately.
So it's a bit where every single Friday I post him on my Instagram story, on my close friend story, and I'm like, any updates from my friends? And sometimes people will be like, oh, I went to Albertsons and I saw a
He
guy
was
who kind
there.
of looked like him, or like, oh, that guy. Like people will point him out to me, and I'm like, yeah. Anyways, this is him. Can we see?
We can.
He kind of looks
That's pretty good.
That's good.
pretty cute, right? So
Zoom in, enhance. All the-
yeah. So if you know, or I mean, if you need a closer look, DM me at Maddy Elberry on Instagram. That's him. So I truly do believe in soulmates because he's mine,
He's yours. He's out
and
there
I'll find
somewhere.
him eventually. Okay. And I'm not crazy. It was for the gag, and now I'm just like,
I'm
running
crazy
along with
for
it.
you. He's out there. You're gonna.
thank
find
you.
him.
And that's the gag. See, all my friends are like, no. They're feeding my Delulu, and I live.
It's not delusional. It's just hasn't happened yet.
Alexandros, that was so supportive and lovely for you to
Of course.
say. Wow. Thank you.
Can I make it funny now?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's never gonna happen, but it just hasn't happened.
Alexandros!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I have to take a nice moment.
That's why I asked if I could make it funny.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna. You said I could. Anyway, end of Soulmates. And now we can go to fake dating.
Okay.
I'm all about anything fake dating.
You are?
There's a really good one. There's a good Dramione fic out there called "Bring Him to His Knees."
We get that comment a lot.
It's because it's a really good one. Basically, Draco and Hermione have to infiltrate a dark
I just
magic
read this meeting.
adult club, wink wink, where there's like some kinky things going around there, but they only allow couples.
Okay.
So they're like, we have to pretend to be a couple to get in here because Draco's an auror in this
oh, I
fic
see.
with Harry, and they're like, and I'm like, well, can we just have Harry and Draco go in there together? Hold on a second, let's make this really interesting because Drary is the next top one on my list.
Oh, work.
That's good enemies to lovers right there.
Drary?
Drary, Draco and Harry, yeah. You don't tell me you don't know
Word.
about Drary.
No, I do.
Okay.
I'm just gagged that you like it that much.
Of course I do.
I live.
I prefer Theo, honestly, over Harry. But
Okay.
that's just me.
Work. I read fake dating that I read recently was Butcher and Blackbird. Have any of you read Butcher and Blackbird?
Mm-mm.
That was crazy. That was spicy. Highly recommend. And also
From jalapeno to ghost pepper. Where are we at?
one of the more
Oh, it's ghost
that
pepper.
I've ever read.
It's ghost pepper.
Maybe I just haven't read that much, and y'all are gonna be like, "Bitch, relax." But I was like, "Whoa!"
Oh.
And I was listening to the audiobook, and I was like, driving to work, like, "Oh my!"
Let's turn this
goodness."
volume down a little bit.
No, I was kind of like stopped at like stoplights. I was like, I hope people can't like how sometimes you can
Yeah.
hear. I'm like, I hope people can't hear this because they're gonna be like, "Girl."
It's like, what are you listening to? Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm like,
Mind if I play some music and just play one of those scenes?
Better Than the Movies is also cute, but that's like more YA romance.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cute one for that. I love a fake dating moment. I think it's like cute.
I think a relatable thing for a lot of our viewers would be, I think this falls into it, of like putting on the show of it, and that would be either the auction or Court of Mist and Fury, the throne room scene. In that one where she's pretending to, spoiler alert for Mist and Fury, where she's pretending to be his whore,
Yeah.
essentially. That kind of, I think that goes hand in hand with fake dating when you're just pretending to be
It
like,
needs to be like a ruse.
wow, ooh, yeah, the ruse.
That's Bridgerton. That's
I
the
love
first
the
season of
ruse.
Bridgerton.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it's not really fake dating. It's more like fake marriage. But
that does get us to the next
Yeah.
one too, which is arranged marriage.
but wait, first, but a
Oh,
really
sorry,
iconic
back
one
to
I
fake
forgot was Love Hypothesis. That's
Mm.
fake dating.
Yes,
And I think
Love
Love
Raylo.
Theoretically. I am a Raylo stan, to be honest. I really am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember that one time at work
yes.
when you picked up my Raylo book and I didn't realize it was Raylo book and you were like,
yes, 'cause
relax.
the artwork was just Adam Driver and
I
Daisy
know.
Ridley.
I didn't even realize.
The guy's name is Ben. I'm like, all right,
Yeah, it's
you
always
got to be able to tell
been-
that this is Raylo.
Yeah.
Raylo being Ray and Ben Solo from Star Wars, which I feel
Kylo.
Kylo Ren. from
Well,
Star
yeah,
Wars,
but Ben Solo too.
hmm
I have a sweatshirt that says Ben Solo sweater. Because, it's like a little sweater moment from the Rise of Skywalker. I lived.
amazing.
I'm a Raylo stan. Anyways, but those are good examples of them that I
Yes.
really loved. I love Allie Hazelwood, which is why I'm excited for Bride.
We have to pretend to be dating because otherwise, or like
Something
it's to make
else.
someone else jealous too.
I
you know?
love that.
And it's like, oh my
shit.
god, I really like this guy, but he's not gonna look at me. But if I date you, his best friend, maybe. And then all of a sudden they realize they like each
Wait,
other.
have you seen that new Lindsay Lohan movie that's coming out?
Parent Trap?
Okay. No, it's like The Irish Wedding or something. It's coming out like soon. And she like, is it fake dating? Or is it not at all? And I'm just crazy. I think, but I think it's something like that.
It's
Making
first I'm
someone
hearing
jealous.
about any of this.
I think someone's making someone jealous. And I just live. I live for that in my books once again.
Mm-hmm.
Not in life.
Yes.
Because that's scary behavior.
I've never been jealous in my life ever. It's never happened.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Except for these billionaires, royals, and crime lords.
Would the
wish it
proposal fall under that?
Proposal would absolutely fall
Yeah.
under fake dating. Absolutely.
Okay, for the green card, I live.
I love how Solomon's just thrown in movies.
Yeah, no, I
Right,
love
yeah.
it. That counts. I actually was just telling Alexandros this when we were getting dinner before. I said, smut can be anything.
It can.
Smut can be, like my grandma, she calls her reality TV, her Vanderpump Rules, smut TV. Like, it can be anything. So,
Yeah. It exists in
the
all
proposal,
forms.
that's a great.
Smut is a
yeah.
spectrum.
Smut is a spectrum.
We should get that on a t-shirt.
We should make merch.
Okay. Let us know if you guys would buy merch. We're
Mhm.
trying to find out a way that we don't go broke.
Well, yes.
Let's segue then into arranged marriage after that, which is kind of a layer on top of
Mhm.
Fake dating. Of just
Mhm.
so-
Well, is it?
kind of a little bit in the sense that like it's out of necessity or like there's some underlying
Sorry.
cause for it.
Yeah.
And not like out of want.
Mm-hmm. I haven't really read much arranged marriage.
We have Bride coming up soon.
I haven't started it yet. He has.
I read like the first chapter and then I stopped because we were doing this episode instead, and I wanted to
Yeah.
let you know about what some of those aspects are.
Yeah,
before
he's
we
going to
get into-
educate me on some things about
Mhm.
the
Stay
Omegaverse.
tuned if you want to
in a
know
little
about Omegaverse and
Yeah, 'cause I don't
alphas,
know.
omegas, nodding.
It's kind of crazy because I'm over here like reader girl for my whole life, and I feel like I'm so uneducated on tropes.
It's because there's just so much
It's so bad.
out
yeah.
there that there's not really, you're never going to know it all. Like
Yeah,
even
that's
me
true.
looking into this, I was like, oh, is that what that's called? Couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, arranged marriages would be something like Brad, where it's like
Yeah.
hopping right into just being married with some guy that you don't even know, don't really want to.
Nightmare, to be honest.
It's kind of scary.
My brain just goes straight to Mulan. Ancestors.
Or what about the movies where one person's secretly gay, but they have to sort of marry so that it
That's
sort of keep up
sad.
appearances? There's a few
That's
like that.
I think that falls more into marriage of convenience
Okay.
than anything else. What do you
I don't
think?
know. I don't know.
'Cause that's like getting a friend to like help you out there,
Yeah.
as opposed that I think that falls more under fake dating as well. Marriage of convenience and fake dating go hand in hand
Yeah.
as like one step over the other. But
Yeah.
arranged marriage is definitely more like
Look
I
up-
think I like that aspect because it's more fantasy for the most part usually
yeah,
too,
this
where it's like,
usually.
oh my gosh, and our kingdoms can be brought together and made at peace finally. But there's some treachery about afoot somewhere else. So I'll always be down for you have to marry him, but I don't want to. Daddy, I love this one. No,
Daddy,
you
I
will
love
marry
him.
him. And then it turns out
Oh,
he's the best.
It seems a lot of, I mean, from the 2 seconds I'm looking at this list, it seems like a lot of mafia romances are arranged marriage.
Well, like
I
I
could
said,
be
Bride
so
is kind of a
wrong.
mafia romance.
I could be
But
so wrong. Yeah, I haven't read any of these on this list.
different crime bosses and stuff like that, marrying their
Maybe.
families so that they stop killing each other.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys,
Hmm.
please let us know your favorites of these genres that I'm so unfamiliar
Yeah, please, because
with.
we also want more to read. too.
Yeah.
Yeah, House of the Dragon is it for me and that.
House of the Dragon. Yeah, I guess, but
Oh, were they arranged?
they weren't really arranged. That's once again,
Were they arranged?
that's either
Wait,
marriage.
whose marriage are you talking about, Solomon?
The guy, oh, jeez, I don't remember
The
characters.
dad?
No, the guy who was secretly in love with another person, but he married a woman and they had kids.
Oh,
Yes,
Lenor
like-
and Rhaenyra.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
who's gay?
Yes.
Yes. That's marriage
Yes.
of convenience instead, I think.
'Cause
Of
they have to. I forgot about
that's,
them.
I guess that is arranged marriage, but it's like the point
Yeah.
of the arranged marriage is that in this sense of the trope is that they end up
They
feeling
end
hot
up
for one
falling in
another. Like,
love with each other.
if
within
one
the
of them's
marriage.
gay, it's just kind of like,
That's never gonna happen. Huh?
Yeah.
all right, that's
Live your life,
that's
babe.
more,
Yeah.
which is like
Live our
a good
separate
vibe too.
lives.
Yeah.
But yeah. Work. I'm trying
Yeah.
to think of any examples, but I can't.
Think of them. We'll move on in the meantime.
Okay.
How about amnesia or mistaken identities? How do you feel about that trope? There's only one Dramione that comes to.
Manacled?
No, well, I guess it kind of does a little bit
Yeah.
with some of her amnesia, but it's not the same in the sense of there's one called Wait and Hope out there
Oh, yeah,
where
we did that.
Hermione wakes up and turns out, and she still is like freshly after the Battle of Hogwarts,
Mm.
and she wakes up and she's married to Draco Malfoy, and Harry's like, hey, calm down. It's okay. You did want to marry him because it's been like 10 years or something like that. She's like, no, I love Ron. He's like, no, baby, you broke up with him a long time ago.
Interesting.
Dropped his ass.
Interesting. I don't know if I can think of I'm going to look it up. I keep looking things up because I don't know.
Any amnesias or mistaken identity?
Yeah.
I can only think of 50 First Dates.
Yes. That's a great
That's
one.
pretty good.
That's a great one.
But that's like consistently resetting. I like rebuilding the relationship, kind of.
Well, they rebuild it every day. She
Yeah.
watches that VHS tape, remember?
Yeah.
Right.
That's
yeah.
a good one.
Every single time he does that.
Yeah, it's like, these are your children.
Books.
It's good.
I don't know any of these books on here.
Next up, we can.
Wait.
Oh, you
Was
got one?
is it one of the Bridgerton books like that?
One of them forget stuff.
I think so. But I also could be so wrong.
We can also
I'm
go into
sorry.
mistaken identity where anytime, this isn't like a specific book or anything, but there's like anytime there's like a 7 minutes in heaven type of moment of that type of romance, and they go in thinking they're kissing someone else or something like that, and it turns out to
13
be,
going on 30?
I guess so. And it turns out to be like someone that's like, they didn't want to be kissing. They're like, wait a minute. But then they're like, why
They're like,
was
that
they such
kinda
a good
ate.
kisser? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, whoa.
Work. Popular trope. Okay, I'm looking up.
Hmm.
Love theoretically. That was a mistaken identity? I can't remember.
Love
The
theoretically.
Starless Sea? I read that. You guys see my memory's so bad.
Little goldfish.
Yeah, I'm a goldfish.
All right.
Oh, Winter in New York. Oh, yeah. I guess I like it because I've read all these and I enjoyed them all.
I say we keep on moving on then.
Okay,
In the
keep
meantime,
on.
we can do the Sunny and Grumpy.
I
Sunny
like
versus
that
Grumpy.
kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Who do you prefer to be
Man
Sunny
or the
Grumpy?
woman?
Man or the
Well,
woman, yeah.
I mean, It can be.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
in the vast majority of the literature.
I think I prefer him grumpy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that.
I thought you were gonna say the opposite.
That's because I'm happy-go-lucky doesn't mean that, like,
That's
you
true.
know.
Just because of your like Manon thing.
Mm-hmm.
Manon. Sorry.
No, I'm gonna keep saying Manon.
Oh,
Stay
gosh.
mad. Manon.
Manon.
Every time you say I'm gonna say Manon. I'm gonna be saying it a lot.
No. Okay, you did.
Say Manon.
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 Okay, I'm trying to think of. I know I read one recently that was Grumpy Sunshine.
That's kind of like most of it. Usually, one of them's
Yeah.
gonna be in a bad mood all the time. The other one's gonna be.
That was kind of Forget
so
Me Not
hopeful.
was like that.
Mhm.
He was like grumbly, and when they're like only nice to her, ooh, like on the
He hates
occasion,
everyone
He hates
except her.
I kind of live for that. Yes, and I feel like that. I mean, not that Hermione's ever really sunshiny, but that's kind of
She's got the hopeful
Hermione.
aspect of it. I
Like
think
kind of
that
doe-eyed moment.
yeah, it's the there's good in everything type of
Yeah.
thing, and he's just like, "Fuck you, Gryffindors."
Yeah, I think that also Grumpy Sunshine is also always Raylo.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, so like
definitely.
Love
He's just
Hypothesis.
such a mopey guy.
Well, yeah.
Kylo's like the dark side.
Um,
My father,
I loved
Snoke, and Ray's like, "Hello, Master Luke. I want to be a Jedi.
just like that.
I'm just gonna keep doing this bit until you find whatever you're looking for."
I found it.
Oh, you
Well,
did?
I just
Okay.
I was confirming the Love Hypothesis is, and yeah, I loved
It's
the
Raylo,
Love
yeah.
Hypothesis. Well, yes, but also
Oh, my bad.
window shopping. That was a spicy one. Icebreaker. I don't think I would say that's Grumpy Sunshine. Have you read those?
I haven't read Icebreaker yet, but I know that it's definitely one that's good.
I liked Icebreaker.
The closest thing I've gotten to Icebreaker is going to a hockey game. And oh my gosh, can I tell you guys my plans for the hockey game rule changes? I think
I know what you're gonna say.
you know how there's so much fighting in hockey, right? Like
Yeah.
it's kind of legal in the sport. When I was there at a hockey game, all I could think of was every time they were breaking out into a fight, like it'd be really cool if they kissed right now. So I'm proposing that the NHL
Okay.
adds in a new rule that the game cannot resume after a fight until the players that were fighting give each other a little.
I knew you were gonna say
just
it
a little
that
bit-
exact way.
I was pitching this at work all day the other day. Of
So
just,
kiss and make up? Is that
yeah, that's it. They got to kiss and make
But
up. You get it
actually-
exactly, Solomon. So
yes.
they, depending on how severe the fight is, the more passionately they have to kiss. Now, so like if they're gloves off, duking it out, there's got to be a little bit of tongue there. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But obviously, not every fight is going to result in like a hot
Okay.
makeout sesh. But usually, it's
little-
going to be just like a little bit of hey. The ref separates them. Hey. All right. And they got to reluctantly
That's
just walk on back
crazy.
after. Fine, I'll kid.
That's hilarious.
Now they're marching on down. Then
I
there's your
want-
thing.
I want like a.
Then you get enemies to lovers in the game.
I think you're onto something.
Thank you.
You know, our bestie Dominique, I mention her every episode. Hi, I know you're listening. I literally love you. I was talking
Thanks
to
for
her
the
today.
bite of your sandwich today.
Aw, thanks for being my friend. She has been reading a lot of hockey romances.
Oh yeah.
She just finished. I think it's another Wildfire. Is that what it's called? I think it's one.
There's no fire in hockey.
I know, weird. But she was saying that she went to a hockey game last night. Last night? I think so. And
At some point.
yeah, and she was like, I understood it because I've been reading hockey romances. Isn't that so funny?
No, that's how
I
it
said
goes, yeah.
educational.
You're like, no, I understand that reference. Hold on.
Yes,
Ah,
that reference.
from the book.
The rules to the game.
It's that Leonardo DiCaprio move. Oh, there it is.
Yes. Yes. So look at us educating ourselves.
Ah, very good.
Ha.
All right. On we go to our TikTok that went absolutely viral.
Mhm.
Thank you, Maddie, for making that.
Thank
Hilarious.
you for the idea.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Only one bed.
Oh, well, I mean,
Oh no, that's
live
terrible.
time. I live
It's-
every time.
It's my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
You ever been in a one bed situation? It doesn't have to result in like anything like that. No, let me reset this real quick. But have you ever been like
Whoa.
traveling with friends and been like, hey, yeah, we'll bunk up or something like that?
I mean, I feel like it's different because I'm a girly, so it's like you're always going to. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, so every time I go.
Well, I've done like co-ed trips and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
shared a bed with another girl that like I wasn't
No, I don't
with.
think oh, well.
So like I can't personally
Yeah,
relate
I
to this
guess I
trope
have.
that much because there was never anything inherently like ooh about it. But I guess the underlying tension has to be there for the one bed trope to
Yeah.
work. So
No, I guess maybe a little bit actually in high school. I don't know why this was allowed. I
oh,
don't know why they allowed us to do this, but there was someone I went to high school with who's like parents would let us all spend the night, and we were theater kids, so it was kind of crazy.
dude, theater kids are so fucking
No,
horny.
so
It's a problem.
we would all have these sleepovers with like there was like 12 of us. I don't know why they allowed us to do this, but I don't think anything that crazy ever happened.
Well, we're theater kids, not capable of anything that crazy.
Exactly, but I guess yeah, in that sense.
Mhm.
But I was pretty young, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's about it.
Yeah, I think so.
But I
Can't
think
think of
the
anything
thing that
else.
makes this trope so good is just the, you know, oh my gosh, they show up at the inn. There's only one
I love
bed
it.
that they can sleep in. It's like, well, obviously, I'm not gonna make you sleep on the floor. Come on, you stay on your
Mhm.
side. I'll stay on my side. They're not gonna stay on their sides. No, they're gonna get all tangled up as they sleep. One might have a nightmare. It might get really cold and they have to cuddle together for warmth.
Yep.
You know, it'll be better if we don't have our pajamas
We
on so
can't
that
have
we
our
can really have
it
our
was
body
raining
heat.
outside. We have to take our clothes off so
Oh,
that we can
Their clothes
Yes.
are wet. You're so right.
Exactly.
Oh no, that's terrible.
But I wasn't
so
bummed. I was stoked.
Oh man.
Yes.
Sorry if I got way too loud right there, but it just gets me feeling things.
Wow. Period.
Just so
Giggling. Yeah, I love it.
Mhm.
I mean, well, Drake Love Actually. Yes.
Love Actually.
What was it? Draco Malfoy and the Mortifying Ordeal of Being in Love gave us a fake out.
I'm okay with them never actually doing anything in the bed because they still.
I'm talking about when they go to the hotel and they're like, oh, there's only one bed, and he just transfigures another one.
Yes.
And you're like, no.
We did get an actual only one bed
We did
moment 'cause the room
eventually.
was too small to transfigure another
Yes,
bed, and
but that
they
time I was
fixed
like,
those plot holes so
like,
good.
not the
That's-
fake out.
And
That
that
was
actually
so
gets us into
good.
the next one of how much I hate this next trope of
Uh-oh.
slow burn. Like, I love it, but I hate it at the same
I love
time.
slow
We've moved on to
burn.
slow burn now, guys, and it's just because then you get things like, oh, I'm just gonna make another bed. No, this is the chance where you sleep in the same bed.
I know.
How dare you?
It's so frustrating, but
Dare you.
so satisfying. A good slow
It's-
burn.
it's
you
so
know?
good. It's
It really. Ooh. Whoa.
sorry, it's just getting worked up now.
I
There's
understand.
so much.
It's no, I do like a slow burn. You know.
It's a love-hate relationship for me.
More
which I
love
said
or hate?
during-
Are you?
Definitely love, because I say that I hate it, but also after like the inevitable pair gets together, I definitely lose some interest. I'm definitely more for the moments of just like the
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
no,"
gosh,
where their
yeah.
hands accidentally touch over and over again.
That's the giggly part.
And I'm just be like,
But I also hate when when they get together too far in. Like
it takes
I
too
think,
long. Yeah.
like
It's diminishing returns.
yeah, like I need a little bit because I need a few encounters, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, encounters. Yes.
I need a few
fluid
rounds.
exchanges.
Well, yes. Like when it's just like once, I'm like, that's not why I'm here.
It's not what I paid for.
No.
Guys. Let's really get down. to
Yeah, I'm
business
a
here.
little bit like, come on, you know?
You have needs. We have needs. Let's work something
Exactly.
out here, guys.
Yes. So, but I do enjoy a slow burn, but we just need a little bit. We need a little bit of time with
A little bit
fire.
more flame. A little bit
Yeah,
more.
don't close it too quick.
Now that I'm all hot and bothered about slow burn, I can now rant about this next one.
Okay, rant away.
Miscommunication.
I think we all can agree.
I
hate it.
It's only been done well once that I've read, and it is once again by Sunlin Yu in a
Icon.
fanfic called All You Want,
Mm.
where Draco has to help Hermione out with a little problem she has. I won't say too much, but it's of
Okay.
a wink wink kind of nature.
Oh.
And then McGonagall finds out and like tells Draco, like, listen to me, you know, blah, blah, blah. You can be sent to Azkaban for something, something. So he thinks that's why Hermione wants to keep hooking up with him because, like, he's a
Mm.
safe choice that will be sent to Azkaban. And
Oh,
she thinks he just doesn't want to and is just being nice to
I
help
see,
her
I
out.
see.
And they just keep going back and forth. Like, no, that's not what it was at all, you silly billies.
Not silly Billies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think miscommunication because it happens in almost everything, and it's just
Yeah.
like
And also in
it's
life, it
always
sucks.
stupid. Yeah, like just
Talk out your problems, guys.
next.
Come
Yeah,
on, don't always
Lot.
just be like, I just always thought that you don't think. Ask questions. It's not that hard. I'm gonna break the
Wait, you
microphone.
know what a good? I'm so sorry to go back. This is both miscommunication and don't break this equipment.
That's why I'm like,
This is both
bring it up.
miscommunication kind of and slow burn. Anyone else watch One Day on Netflix and get emotionally terrorized?
Not that one.
Not Les Mis. One Day is also
Lame.
a book, but it's also
Dudes.
that movie with Anne Hathaway. Do you know that movie?
Les
One Day?
Mis.
Oh shit, you're right. Oh no,
No.
but one day.
No, I
Just
don't know.
no
Not
more.
familiar at all.
Well, it was just released on Netflix, and are any of you guys have you ever anyone else been personally victimized? Because I have. It is so devastating, but so beautiful. It gives very normal people vibes. Oh, I live.
Mm.
Solomon's about to, I think, type in something.
Oh, I was just typing. Oh, you can see me
Oh, I
typing?
looked like
That's
you were
so
about
funny.
to say something. I was ready.
He's like, not everything's about you.
Oh, it
No,
looked like you
I
were,
was just looking up the movie. I just
One
want to see
Day.
it. But
It's really good.
I will flash that though.
Yeah. Oh, slay. He said,
Perfect.
hurry up. But yeah, watch it because it's good.
So that, and then we can move to the next least favorite thing. This is actually at the bottom of my list of everything. Unexpected pregnancy.
I've never read any of that, and I have no desire to because that is
Silver Flames.
what?
Favor's pregnant accidentally. She wasn't planning on being pregnant.
Okay, first of all, spoiler alert. Not for
Oh,
me, but for other people.
My bad. Sorry.
Second of
Yeah.
all, but they're not the main people in the story, so I don't know.
I guess, but like, just
Yeah, I don't really care because that's a real fear.
yeah. I think that's why it hits too close.
That's
to
too
home of, like,
that's too real and too spooky.
I don't want to have to deal with that.
Hell
And I don't
no.
have to think about that in my little escapism.
Yeah, I don't like it. Sorry. If you like it, I'm sorry.
Kind of yucky.
Not trying to yuck your yum, but not my gag.
If you know any ones that are done well, let us know, I guess. But I've yet to see it. I've yet to enjoy it. I've always just been like, put on a
Yeah.
condom, man. Come on.
Yeah,
What is-
we can figure this out in another way, please.
Mhm.
Be smart. For now.
I want to go to this next one of Alpha and Omega, and I think we close it out with this.
Okay. I need some educating in this department.
So
My only werewolf knowledge literally comes from Twilight and Vampire Diaries.
the Omegaverse is a certain genre
Right.
where the society is split up into sort of a hierarchy of alphas, betas, and omegas. And there are
Okay.
many Dramines that fall into this. That Dramine I was telling you about by Senlin Yu called All You Want,
Yeah.
that's an Omegaverse one.
Okay.
And the most common trope for the main character is usually that she's an Omega, meaning that she's at the bottom of the list and she's going to crave an alpha
Okay.
in the sense. So the alpha comes on and they want to mark their territory and claim an Omega for their life in
Are you explaining
society.
to me what it is now?
I'm going to start.
Nodding?
Yes. So Maddie does not know what nodding
I
is.
don't.
But Bride is going to be our next review that we'll do, and it has nodding in it a lot.
Yeah.
Tell the world what you think nodding
You
is.
guys, I didn't want to say it.
You gotta take a guess what you think it is.
I've
I'll tell you
told you so
what
many
a friend
times.
theorized it was after.
Yeah, okay.
You say yours.
I was like, I don't know, because Solomon, I'm sorry, just so you know, because I think it's gonna be something.
Yeah, everyone, this is
explicit.
gonna be a little bit explicit.
Yeah, I thought maybe something needed to be somewhere for an extended amount of time,
You're barking up the right tree.
and then I thought maybe something needed to be somewhere during a specific transformation.
You think that? So you're thinking that they have to transform.
I don't know.
while
I literally, I
Don't
can't
take a
even
while.
explain to you how much I don't have an idea.
Okay. So I asked somebody today,
Trey,
and Trey.
our bestie,
Hi, Trey. Hope you're not listening to
Illy.
this.
does he not know you're gonna say this?
I don't know if he's gonna
Go
say
ahead,
that.
tell
I
him.
wasn't gonna say his name, but
Oh,
all right.
sorry, I love you.
And he thought it was like something along the lines of edging.
Okay,
Of like, all right, does nodding have something to do with edging?
okay,
Which,
that's
look that up
valid.
if you don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But nodding is.
I'm scared. Buckle up.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I've had so many people read the definition in front of me and not know.
I have it ready. Yeah, I've been showing people.
My
this
heart is
definition right
beating
over.
actually really fast.
A knot is when the base of an alpha's penis, or in a female's case, engorged clitoris, swells and locks in an omega's uterus.
Oh.
Basically, when they're about to come, blood flows to the base to lock them in, and they're stuck until the blood flow moves on.
Like
They're
a cat?
completely finished.
Well, like when two dogs are stuck together.
It's something like that of just like already. So basically, what happens is, forgive this visual aid, guys, but we're just gonna.
Oh my god!
It's essentially right here at this part. It's gonna
Okay.
swell on up and lock you in.
Okay.
So you're just kind of stuck like that
If
for
you
a
are-
while.
If you are just listening to this
you go.
podcast, he's currently putting his fingers in certain kinds of.
Don't worry about
Thank you,
that. Don't
Solomon.
worry about. If you're just listening to this, go on about your life in a happy way.
Okay, so our other friend Brandon said to me,
Mhm.
I think you told him. He goes,
Yeah.
that sounds more like a lock and key.
Yes,
I
now you
understand.
understand. Now you're getting it. And the most common trope is that they're kind of made for each other. And there's an interesting dynamic sometimes where the omega also has power of the alpha because they can convince the alphas, which are bigger and stronger, to do what they want to because they're also dependent on the omegas. Like
Okay.
they crave that feeling again to be with them
Okay.
in that sense. So I'm excited for you because I don't know how much Bride is going to have
Okay.
in it. So I haven't read it
Opens
yet.
up a whole new world.
But
for
you're
me.
excited for this, I know. How do you feel about
That was crazy to say.
I'm excited for this for you.
The
for
way
you.
your eyes are
Hey
open
guys,
right now.
I'm super stoked about this.
I can
right
see a
now.
vein popping out of the side of your head.
not.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm just excited for you to have your first Omegaverse
Aw.
experience.
Yeah. It'll
It's
be
kind of
interesting.
wild.
I was just educated right here and right now, and I'm glad
Mhm.
you all were a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were educated
And I hope
too. Sorry.
You guys knew too, and I'm sorry if you got an unwanted lesson
Yeah.
in nodding and alphas
Whoa.
and omegas.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
It's both not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but
It's
also
not
almost worse.
as bad as you thought it was.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not as bad.
Not the fun.
You don't like it.
Yeah.
That's what the forward of this knowledge of this book is. Just I could not have done it without you.
Yes, you sent that to me.
That's
You're like, oh no.
Wild.
That's
She's so funny for that.
crazy.
I
Ali Hazelwood, she's got a
that was so
humor.
funny, and it got me excited to read this book.
Okay, I'm very excited. So that's what we're gonna do next time.
We'll be doing
Bride by
Check
Ali
it out.
Hazelwood.
Mm-hmm.
Work.
Thanks for sticking around, guys.
That was
That's
fun.
about it for us.
I like doing these chit chatty ones. Let us know
Yeah.
if you do too.
If you want more of this, let us know.
I think maybe eventually we could do. Well, I'll have to refresh my memory on things. We could do like us talking about our favorite books.
Mhm.
You know, that could be fun.
It'd be a fun time. Let us know what
Yeah.
you guys want to hear us talk about. 'Cause
Mhm.
I can talk about anything, especially on International Women's Day.
Oh gosh.
The one thing this world needs more of is a white man talking about
Oh,
things.
God. And I'm sorry for giving him the platform, as I've said many
It's her
times
fault,
before.
guys.
Well, thank you,
Thanks for
everybody.
coming around, guys.
Thanks for being educated with me.
Be seeing ya. Stay tuned for the next one.
Woo! Bye, bye, bye.